Hi presents, welcome to my channel. This is Empress Abuna. If you've not subscribed, please do. So I'm so happy to come your way with a review from the Ordinary Salicylic mask, and this is the 2% mask formulated for blemish prone skin. Now I do not have a lot of blemishes, but I deal with a lot of breakouts, and it's even worse when I'm trying the hair vitamins that has biotin. It's a struggle when I have to keep the acne in control because my skin doesn't like biotin, but sometimes just really want to see how the vitamin works. So I decided to jump on this because it has the salicylic acid 2%, just like they had in their serum, which unfortunately they've discontinued. We're hoping they bring it back. And also this is a mask, something I hardly use, so I decided why not use it and see how my skin would fare. And I've used this a couple of times. The first time I used it, it was so funny. I'm going to tell you what happened, but let's look at the ingredients. So this has 2% salicylic acid, or the BHA, beta hydroxy acid, and it also has vegetable charcoal, and then Amazonian clays and scoline. For whatever reason, I tend to see a lot of scoline in these products, and I don't think everybody's excited about that, okay? But it has basic ingredients. So Amazonian clay, scoline, salicylic acid, which is the most important thing for me, and then vegetable charcoal. Now, the clays and the charcoal obviously is the reason why it has that black. Let me show you. Okay, let's do it this way. This is it. So I'm going to put it here, just so you see it. So it's charcoal, dark, and it's going to dry up in a couple of minutes. So as it dries up, let me tell you the pros and the cons. Let's start with what I didn't like about it. First, as you apply the mask, it dries up, and I think they should have added that in the instructions, which says use once or twice a week on thoroughly clean dry skin. Do not use on wet skin. Apply evenly across face using fingertips, avoiding the eye area. Leave on for no more than 10 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water, and do not use on sensitive, peeling, or compromised skin. So what I do is, if I want to use it after cleansing, just allow the skin to really dry completely, then you apply on the skin. But this is where the challenge is. As you apply, it is drying up, so instead of rubbing it over again to spread, I have to literally plan how I'm going to spread it over my face. So once I start applying, I don't have to rub, and once it dries up and you rub, it peels off so easily. It just peels off. So it's a con, it's a pro. Easy to apply, but very difficult to spread. As you spread, it dries up, and once it dries up, if you go back to rub it, it's going to peel off. So that is one of the things I noticed about it. For peel-offs and other facial masks, usually you apply it, wait for some minutes for it to dry, but this one dries up even as you apply it, so it's already dry. Okay. So one of the tricks I have, so you see, if it dries up and you rub, see, it has come off already. See, this is the whole challenge with it, even without water. Okay, so as you apply it, it dries up, so you have to work very quickly. And to make it easier, you can use a brush, a mask brush, so you can just apply it all over the face as fast as you can. Or if it's your fingers, as I said, plan how you're going to apply it. So I usually start from this side of my face, bring it down, apply some here, and I'm done as fast as I can. Then I let it dry. So another thing is, when it dries out, it's not very smooth. It has this rough texture. I was expecting it to be as smooth as possible, so that even when you're rubbing it off, you know, to just come off intact, one piece. Even if it's not peel off and I'm rubbing it off, I should be able to just get it off. But this has the features of a peel off texture, but it doesn't peel off. So getting it off, you just apply water and wash it off. But as I said, if it had that consistency or something like that, you just get it off. But then again, they didn't say it's peel off, they just said it's a mask. So I don't expect it to peel off. doesn't come off intact. That's all I'm saying. So you use your water and then you just rinse off. So aside the application hassle, every other thing is okay for me. So when I apply it, I leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes. And the part that I love is the rinse off. You use very minimal, little water to get it off your face. No stain, nothing. That is the part I love about the mask, because for most of the masks you have to use a lot of water to rinse off, but this comes off so easily, and even without water it's already off. So you can just imagine just using water, just a little water. That was the surprising part for me, a little water and everything was off my face, and I was quite excited about that. Another thing I liked about it was it left my skin feeling very smooth, very smooth, and I missed the serum because that's how my skin feels whenever I use the salicylic acid serum. My skin felt very smooth for about 10 minutes, and I just allowed it to be. I enjoyed that smoothness before applying my hyaluronic acid. So aside the application, which was a hassle, rinsing off was easy. My skin felt different, absolutely different, very smooth, very soft, which I wasn't expecting. Most facial masks will just leave your skin a bit dry. You feel that, yeah, it has done the detox work, but this left my skin feeling soft and smooth, and I love that. I love that. I always love how my skin feels after I use a product, so I take note of that. I pay attention to those details. How does my skin feel? If it's irritated, if it is reddish, then I know there's irritation there. If it is normal, then I know it's okay. So that is what I have to say about it. Now, in terms of effectiveness, one of the things I noticed about the mask too is that it has no strong smell that will put you off, and the smell is normal. It's very normal. However, when it comes to texture, this is where I have another challenge. It is extremely thick. And when I was even trying to push it out, you notice that it was very thick, like extremely thick when it comes to pumping it out. So I think this tube will not be a good idea. I don't think there's the correct thing to use it. I mean, because pressing it is a hassle. It's difficult. It's very difficult pressing it to get it out. But once it's out, it's very light and goes on smoothly, as in, because it's thick, you don't have to rub it in so much to get it to stick, right? But when you're getting it out of the tube, it's a problem. But I feel this could have been in a jar, so that you use a brush or your finger to just take it and apply. Because the tube, you have to really press and press and press to get it out. It's extremely thick in the tube, but when it comes out, you just apply it and it goes on easily. It's not thick when it comes to application, but it's thick when it's in the tube. So that means that for me the problem would be the packaging. Other than that, it's not extremely thick on the skin, which again some found to be a bit of annoyance, because you expect it to really be thick on your face, and it's so light. Or you said some pictures, it's extremely light. As you could see, it was very light on the skin. I don't know if that's a pro or a con, but all I do know is that it washes off easily, and I think that's why it's not so thick on the face, so that you can just wash it off without problems. But some too, with other reviews, were expecting that thickness that you get from facial masks, you know. But hey, if it's working, why not? But aside those challenges, this is what I have to say. If you have sensitive skin, you could try this mask for about 5 minutes and get the benefits of the exfoliating. However, we know that just like the BHA healing solution, you wash off within 10 minutes, it doesn't mean it's not working. That's the same concept. 10 minutes you wash off, but you still get the impact. So it's basically like the peeling solution, but just in the mask form. That's what I see. Therefore, in order to get the results, you have to look at it long term, like the way I did. I use it every single week. That's the only mask I'm probably consistent with, and that's because of the feel I get after using it. So if you're using it to control blemishes, you have to be consistent with it every single week, just like you using the plain solution, then you will get the results. The last thing I'm going to talk about is, even though being a tube is a challenge, it's easy to carry this about because it's the tube, is not going to pour out or anything. So there's a good and a bad side to it. Because it's in a tube, it's easy to take this with me when I'm going to do my facials. Okay, it's very portable, very small. You can just put it in your handbag or your side bag and carry it everywhere. And especially if you don't want to carry exfoliating serums, I think you can just carry this mask and use it to keep your skin fresh as you move about, which is the reason why I would probably go for it again, probably. But then it's also to be used up within 6 months, and that, looking at the size, this is the 50 ml. I will stick to this size so that I can use it up within the 6 months. So that is my review of the Masque. It's 50-50 in terms of effectiveness. Yes, I like that because it helps exfoliate my skin. Salicylic acid is my skin's best friend, so no qualms about it. But application and the use is a bit of a challenge. So let me know if you've used any mask, and don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. I'll be coming your way with 2 more reviews from the Ordinary, and also from the Inky list, and from the Revolution. I'm so excited. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not. Stay blessed, nothing less.